You want me to jump back?
I had it memorized. One thing, whenever you're doing a press event, they've always told me that you should always introduce yourself first, and I think I failed to do that whenever I brought up the first speaker. So, by the way, I'm Donnie Glad, I'm United Steelworkers. The next guy I'm going to bring up probably knows more than anybody about the hurt and the pain that workers are going through in the state of Ohio. And nobody other than the leader, organized leader of the state of Ohio would know that more than Joe Regola. Joe, you want to come up and go?
Ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers in labor, my name is Joe Regola. I'm the president of the Ohio AFL-CIO. I want to thank everyone for coming here today. Many of our 48 national affiliated unions are represented in the room today. We have several elected leaders with us. Appreciate Senators Morano Wilson and Schiavone coming here, and I see Representative Dan Stewart. I don't know if there are any other elected representatives here today, but we appreciate your attendance. The latest chapter in the economic holocaust that besets our nation unfolded today with the announcement that General Motors will close 15 plants around the country for at least 9 weeks this summer, including several in the state of Ohio, we're sorry to say. There is no better time for us to stand up and adopt this act of economic patriotism. Real, true patriotism represented by the Buy American provision of the federal and Ohio stimulus packages. And I want to thank the steelworkers for their tireless efforts to promote the idea that, as Billy said, taxpayer dollars in this country ought to go to support U.S. interests. Yeah. They ought to go to support Ohio interests, Ohio workers, Ohio families. As many of you heard me say over and over again in the years that I've known you, the United States of America is the only advanced nation in the world that does not engage in purposeful, considered policies to support basic industry. Every other nation, every other developed nation, including and developing nation, including those with whom we compete for the very dollars, the very work that Billy mentioned, subsidize, support, and yes, protect basic industry. They do that as a matter of common sense. They do it as a matter of economic development, and they do it just as importantly as a matter of national security. So we have to decide in this country whether it is time for us to change a culture. The economic holocaust was delivered upon us by reckless banking, irresponsible lending, and unfettered corporate greed. It's as simple as that. There is no more complicated cause for the problems that we face today. And it's time for us to make a statement that yes, we are going to protect American jobs, we're going to protect American industry, and we're going to take U.S. tax dollars and spend it on goods and services delivered by American and Ohio workers.